Hey guys, since the last video, those were like some of the old games, and then we ended the win streak at 12 wins. And now I wanna make a different kind of video, like how to tempo. I've been experimenting a bit, and I kinda like trying to tempo the lobby, winning early game, but this is only possible on few heroes. I think Plague Warlock and Naga Queen are good, and I think Greedy Pirate Hat is quite good, but also the way I'm intending to play this game, I like the ring, because if I'm tempoing, I like to buy like random treasures that just give tempo, and then not have a lot of econ, just leave off the win streak gold. And the treasures I like buying the most, I mean, obviously this is like a poison hero, so I do prioritize poison a bit. Natural healing I think is super good if you get it early game. It will carry you through the early rounds. On average, I would assume it's gonna give you an additional 180 or something like that HP, which is very relevant in these early rounds. But for example, if we take this lobby, I like poison per 5, wound per 5, freeze per 5, not that much, but any of these per 5 second skills, maybe shield per 5. So you don't necessarily need to be super focused on one branch. You just wanna be buying skills that help you win and help you keep the win streak. I've been experimenting a bit, and I do like to tempo. So I had like 5 or 6 Plague Warlock games, and I don't have a perfect strategy yet, but I usually uh, tend to do quite good, although not as good as I normally would with Fury Mage. I think out of the 6 games I had like four first places and then a 5th and a 6th. So sometimes I still just get lost and then don't top 4, and more importantly don't win. But yeah, here you can see I'm full spending. I have the ring for the late game economy. I intend to go wide, so I think that the ring is good. Well, not necessarily going wide, I just intend to buy all the skills that I think will help me win early game. And in that case, there's like a lot of different skills available, and I don't wanna roll, since I wanna be efficiently spending my gold because I wanna be win streaking. So naturally that means I'm gonna be going a bit wider than you normally would in a game. Here, like, it's a decision between healing shield and shield control. Maybe shield dodge, but I think healing shield just gives us more healing. Sprite HP, that's like an additional 150 HP. And here there's a choice between healing wound and wound per 5. I said that the wound per 5 is usually super good, but I really want to get healing to 8, so to get it to level 1. And I think because I'm full spending, I'm quite strong, so I do not need to buy the wound per 5. So that's the reasoning for buying the healing wound instead of the wound per 5 seconds. The reason I feel like this hero is super strong because it's got healing and poison, 2 things that are quite strong in the early game. And then Naga, I think if you go full wound, can also be very strong with her ult and so on. Now here we're deciding between poison control and poison antidote. If we wanna go to the late game, I think we need poison control. Or poison antidote, sorry. And now we have the same decision, but I just wanna get poison, get healing up. That's why I was not investing into Frost. I think, for example, healing ultimate, super strong skill. The lobbies I like to play poison warlock in usually have healing ultimate as well as poison. And then freeze is nice, but not necessary. Same with wound. So we're still win streaking. These games are not that close, but something like the mage we just fought could one-shot us. If we're winning, we want like a treasure that's gonna help us continue winning, or that's gonna reward us for winning. A random pack might be a consideration. Triumph Sword maybe, but I do not like to pick Triumph Sword. Here I rolled too much, didn't like any of the treasures. I legit preferred random. Got the book, which I think is okay. Would rather than just maybe focus a bit more on the poison and healing. Sprite contract I think is very good in this, which is still kinda like early game. And then might want to get like ulti up to level 1 as well as poison. That's why I just bought like a random dodge ulti. This guy is already level 4. Kinda scary, specifically because his ult can crit and just kill you out of nowhere. But we're healing a lot, and I think we're out of his skill range at all times. So I don't think there's like a reason for concern here. There is a consideration for freeze antidote, maybe freeze healing, but I think given that the fact that we're on a win streak, I like freeze antidote. Freeze poison is super strong. We don't really have any poison at the moment, or not poison, we don't really have any freeze at the moment, but that's something we're for sure gonna have late game, so might as well pick it up. If we're going a bit wide, I like the additional source of damage that the skill provides. And then here, just picking up some random dodge, because I think it makes us marginally stronger. As I said, if you wanna like tempo, you're just picking up some cards that you think are generally gonna make you a bit stronger. And yeah, not necessarily focusing on one branch, but still kinda trying to focus on healing and poison, just not hard rolling for it, trying to not roll a lot. And I mean, this only works if you win, because the winning is really fueling your economy here, so getting that additional 80 gold per turn. Sprite contract, then free HP. Sprite HP with the amount of healing we have is the same as our HP. So here you can see that I'm just trying to kinda get a few branches to level 1. There is multiple reasons for this. So okay, we wanna be a bit stronger as we said tempo, but also we have the ring, right? So because of the ring, having branches at level 1 is beneficial. It's gonna produce us gold over the game. So besides tempo, it's also basically the ring that's steering us towards picking up cards from random branches, or not random, but like different branches. In general, without the ring, I would say my gameplay here would be a bit different, so not necessarily going as wide as I'm going here. But yeah, ring is like a late game insurance that we don't fall off. Poison coat, super good here. Healing ultimate, very good. We're already not getting low, so here persistent freeze is good because we want a persistent source of freeze for our freeze poison. And then we don't have a lot of poison, but we have shield strike, or a lot of shield, but we have shield strike, so might as well pick up some white shield skills. That's why we also got shield strike, because we know we're gonna be going white, so might as well have that, since it's probably gonna do some damage at some point. If nothing, it's like an additional damage source at this point, which it's still kinda early game. I think it's still relevant. Therapy ray is quite good as well, as so we're just applying a lot of poison. You can see poison code is giving us poison, persistent poison, so we're just overall applying way more poison than everybody else, and then that's healing us as well as dealing damage, which is still very strong. The problem will be once we go later into the game, because we're going as wide as we are, we will not have mythics, or we won't have them for quite some time while other people will hit them. That's when they will be stronger than we are. This is a pre-recorded game. I was just bored, so I was looking at the chat, because at this point I feel like I'm kind of strong in the lobby and I can start ecoing for a bit. So before I would normally full spend, but with the healing race, with the amount of poison we're applying, I think we're very strong, so that's why I'm confident in ecoing. Okay, this was kind of close, but healing ultimate is really strong in this position, so we can eco for a bit. And this is like the ideal position you want to be in. You're so strong that you're winning, but you're also getting interest, so this is just a very good position. There is a consideration for gold box or bloodstone, but I really want something that rewards me for winning, or maybe like rewards us. Could be divine rod, maybe rewards us for the style. Anchor is kind of good because we were going wide, but we didn't really hit a lot of star levels yet, so this will give us a lot of rerolls throughout the game, and like a lot of rerolls. Might want to get Sprite to level 1 now to just get additional free rerolls. There is a consideration for the freeze poison, but they really wanna be going wide at the moment, so getting some free rerolls and getting poison as well as healing to the level 16. And if we get healing to level 16, we're again gonna be very strong if we get another copy of Therapy Race. You can see the healing ultimate. Basically every time we ult, it heals us to full health. I think if you have ultimate in the lobby, healing ultimate is very strong on this hero. You're naturally healing quite a lot, so the fights will go long, and the healing ultimate is gonna heal you for a lot. There is a consideration between lifesteal damage and Therapy Race. And I said that we might want to get Therapy Race for additional damage, but then lifesteal damage also procs multiple instances of the cards that we have, so like poison healing and freeze healing, and I think putting 1 point in is worth it, just because we also have a lot of damage instances, so we're picking up multiple damage instances. Want to get the other branches to 1 star as well, and then stack some free rolls, so that when we actually start using the rolls, we see more rares, which will give us some value with the ring that we chose as our first treasure. Currently it's not exactly effective, but we're also full health, so we're only concerned about the late game, not about the current effectiveness. At this point, it's a decision between like going wide to get more branches to 1 star, or trying to go more deeply into poison and healing to just get them. So here we definitely take shield dodge, which gives us two branches to 1 star to get more rares, more or less. With the amount of rerolls we have, we can decide for either strategy. So on the one hand, I do like getting all the branches to 1 star before we really start using the rolls, especially because we're in no danger of losing, so we're still on full HP, a huge win streak. And then once we start rolling, we're gonna be seeing more rares if we have anything on 1 star, and that will generate us more gold. And then on the other hand, getting healing and poison to 3 star will just make us stronger, so it's a tough choice. But I think getting the 2 branches to 3 star is the play here, because we wanna keep the win streak. So this gives us poison, and then we have poison healing versus poison damage. I think we have a lot of instances of damage, so poison damage could actually be good, but then poison healing is just getting us closer for the healing. But with the amount of damage instances we have, because we're going very wide, and we might pick more along the way, as you can see currently we already have 5 instances of damage. I think poison damage makes sense. It's actually 4 instances, poison damage is the 5th instance. But yeah, we did like 130 damage, not the best, but the fight was also not super long, so. Let's see if that was a worthwhile pickup. I think once we get maybe like freeze damage, if we get a bit more freeze, it might become worthwhile. So now the next goal is getting healing to level 3, but also we don't really want to be skipping over poison, so there's that. But I think we can skip everything else, maybe not anti-freeze because it's just gonna be good late game. And then here we either take the poison healing or healing disruption. Normally you can scout the lobby. None of these heroes are that likely to be speccing into healing, so I think we do not need healing reduction, so poison healing seems like the better choice here. Maybe the mages would have the healing ultis, but I don't know, that's about it. You can see that the hero here was not healing for a lot. So now at this point we still don't have any mythics, and I think here it's just worth to start rolling to get our poison and healing up and find the mythic. So if we have 35 free rolls, if we're doing good, we can continue to basically just roll as much as long as we don't get a poison or healing. But if we were to start losing, I would just start rolling using the free rolls we have until like I find the mythic, or maybe I would pick up the pre-battle poison, also pre-battle frost. So just hard rolling for things, only the things that give us a lot of value, compared to what we're doing now, which is just picking or not exactly random, but picking generally okay good poison cards. I mean, pre-battle poison I would pick even if I was hard rolling. Freeze poison, I think it's a good pickup because, as said, if we ever have to start hard rolling, we will pick up the pre-battle freeze. Nice, pre-battle poison gets us to 40 on poison. There's a consideration to just get poison shield, because that also gets us to 40, and it gets us to 40 this round, so it would ensure victory, and that's what I also decide to do. I think keeping up the win streak is more important than getting the pre-battle poison here, specifically because the fights are not that quick, so it might also happen that the poison shield will actually do more than the pre-battle poison would. You can see that the poison shield applied 304 poison, so that's not little. Now it's again a choice between freeze poison versus just getting rolling for healing. But yeah, I think at this point, if you're in danger, you just start hard rolling, pick up the healing mythics to go to level 40 healing, but also pre-battle freeze is super nice here. But yeah, we're not using all the rolls we could be. The ring only has 800 income, but if we ever lose a round, we can go hard rolling for either the healing mythic, depending on how much gold we have, right? So we always can ensure that we hit enough healings to be guaranteed the healing mythic. So it's really not a bad position to be in. Obviously, I mean, winning the whole time is not a bad position to be in ever. It's a hard choice here. Poison healing might be good. Okay, freeze poison, kinda good. We're not applying that much poison, so we might as well just roll to get the healing to 40. And here, like, we pick up a bad, so to say, healing. We could be just rolling longer until, I don't know, finding something like healing ultimate. But then again, you can also just pick up the bad healing, ensure that you get the healing array next round, and if we lose, and then also start picking up pre-battle freeze. Yeah, this match is not particularly close, but yeah, I think win streaking early can be strong. This is obviously an exceptional game, and your average game won't go like this. But yeah, I started liking winning early. So that's it, and thank you guys.